is amplitude.
They can hear everything.
Hey, so
before all right,
we almost died, right?
Yeah,
Getting
like
here.
twice.
wait.
Wait. This is his fault. I'm leaving his neighborhood,
How's it
right?
my fault,
Because it wouldn't happen if I didn't need to get you.
bro?
I'm leaving his neighborhood because I went to go pick him up.
All right.
We're going. There is a car that turns into the neighborhood, and it's just going straight for us, right? We're on this side of the street. It goes from the turn all the way straight into us.
Yeah.
And there's another car that was in front of me, so I couldn't just speed off.
It was parked, so like there's like a narrow ass patch.
There wasn't even a narrow, like I couldn't do nothing. I was just like, damn, I'm just gonna have to get hit. And and then they saw me like last second and like swerved really hard, almost hit somebody else, like an actual person.
So how was it his fault? That's the part I'm missing.
I wouldn't have gotten that situation if I didn't have to pick him up.
So you're a burden. That's what you're telling me.
Absolutely. And then right after that,
Nah, but you can't drive, so
you physically cannot drive.
Welcome to the Down to Get Down podcast, the DWG podcast, with your host Romel and your host
Derek, and we got our friend here, the token white guy, Hunter.
Hey y'all, hey, then we go way back with this our special guest today, all the way since middle school, 6th grade, right?
yeah.
Damn, that's
Sitting on the wall all day.
Hey, my boy has been a fly on the wall, been here this whole time. But hey, welcome Hunter to the DWG family, y'all. Give him a warm welcome. We appreciate him coming through today. We got a lot of things to talk about today, especially with this one being a special friend podcast. So should we get right into it? I mean, you wanted to start off with the therapy girl.
Yeah, we can start with the therapy crazy chick.
Jesus, have you seen that video?
I was nice about it.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I've seen your videos. I just haven't.
No, not ours.
Not
I
ours.
was talking about.
I'm trying to be not call her out her name, but yeah, it's this chick. She's a therapy chick. We'll put her face up there.
Yeah, throw it up there.
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these hoes, but got her job terminated as a result. Story time? I think yes. Shit you not, I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence, and I shit you not, by Friday, didn't have employment.
She, she got fired from her job because she was trying to say that she was advocating for guys to get mental health and stuff like that shit, which I'm a huge supporter of, right? Like, men's mental health is super important to me. And so, obviously, it was one of those things when you first see it, you're just like, this is an outrageous thing. Like, if she's advocating for mental health for people like me, I'm just like, yo, like, why did she get fired? This is where you get into those two different types of people, right? The people that go off a reaction, and then the people that actually care about context.
You want to give a little context to the first video so we can see how dramatic of a turn it went, because Hunter hasn't seen the video. So give like a little. You want me to do it? You want to do it?
You can do it.
Okay.
So
for context, it's this black chick. She's a therapy lady, like you said. She the video that went viral was the first one, right? When she was telling black men, you need to go to therapy. At this, like it was an article that was written saying that it's been going around that at this time men are at a single all-time low of being lonely and single.
See, and it wasn't actually that.
It wasn't that one?
No, well, it was, but that article was written by people that don't like dudes.
Yeah,
it wasn't an actual article written by like a person that actually studied these things.
Oh, because shit. It was just a regular article by somebody else.
No, like what it is it was saying like dudes are becoming lonelier as time goes on,
right? Because
we're not in relationships. But also what it said in there was women have become happier being single and lonely. Like they're like it was trying to make it to where it's like if men are single, they're lonely. If women are single, they're happy, which isn't true. And also, it didn't take into it was written by a women's like organization,
like an advocate group or something.
Yeah, they don't fuck with men, and so like a lot of people have been taking stuff like that. But she's a therapist, so what she was saying is like dudes are. We don't have the emotional intelligence in order to be in a relationship and stuff like that. Yeah, and we need therapy for it. Which part of it is...
Yeah.
I mean, part of that's true.
Yeah, she was like, it was making sense She was like, "Man, get your emo." It was really the delivery which fucked everybody up.
It wasn't even just the delivery because like you can say all that stuff
Yeah.
and it'd be okay. But then she turns around in the next video and she's like,
No, that's
y'all
what I'm saying.
are-
That's the first video. The first video is why
Right.
we were on board with her.
Yeah,
The first one
I
was
was
like,
like-
it was like, men, get your emotional intelligence up. Women are tired. They don't want to, like, it's like basically women's emotional intelligence is up here, and y'all need to catch up because we're not in the old times where it's give her some dick and give her some money. It's like, she's like, the times are different now, so we can't just do those type of things. And I'm like, yeah, you can't just provide schmeat and then do that at the same, and then just give money and expect good things all the time
you
nowadays.
can.
I mean, depends on the
You're a
female
liar.
you're working with.
well, true.
Yeah,
Wait, did you say that she's a minor? That's fucked up, bro.
What?
he heard minor.
I didn't say
How did
minor.
you hit it? But no, I was like, okay, cool. And then boom, second video is when you can go ahead and take it away on that
Oh
part.
yeah. She came in and she was like, y'all are some bitches. She was like, y'all men are bitches. Y'all need to fix yourselves and do all these things. You don't have the emotional intelligence needed in order to like, accomplish all these things. And like she advocates for like people like women going out and being hoes and stuff like that and like hoeing around and
Like
stuff.
reverse feminism.
No, feminism right now is telling women that they need to go be hoes. So I mean, she is saying exactly what they want her to say. But
She's a part of the agenda.
well, yeah, but a lot of because a lot of the different things that she was saying, she was really hating on dudes. But at the same time, she's hating on dudes. She's also telling them to go get therapy.
She's trying to promote like health, but at the same time, it's like you're being a little detrimental, being very detrimental to
She's
men.
being a dick. And that's what she was doing. She was being a dick, and she was expecting people
To be like,
she
yeah.
was expecting
yeah,
dudes because she took the approach that dudes would take with other dudes, and that's not what dudes
the guy that worked. I don't know his TikTok name, but the one we were talking about that works out all the time. He's like, people take his messages and then run with them, but like
Yeah,
it's,
if we find a picture of him, I'll pop him up there. He's really good at what he does. He's a fitness guy, and he has certain videos where he's out there promoting people to do better. But some of it is like hard love type
Yeah,
of
it's
thing,
cut-
where
it's
he's just like
cutthroat.
like, hey, get off your fat ass and go do all that stuff.
Did you go to the gym today, bubble butt? Did you put the cookies down? Huh? Huh? Don't lie to me. Did you? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But guess what, though? You stuck in that mindset, you're going to be stuck in that body, motherfucker. Do better.
Some people take that as motivation to get out there and go do what they need to do. Some people take it as it's
Personal.
a funny joke.
Yeah.
But there are also some people that take it super personally. And he's like, those videos are not for you. If you're going to take it personally like that, like these videos that I do are meant for entertainment and also motivational purposes. But for her thing was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to call these dudes bitches and assholes and all this other stuff and expect them to be like, oh, yeah, you're right. I should go get therapy. Why would I go get therapy from somebody like you?
yeah, because it seems like if I hop and sit on your table, like I mean, not your table, sit in the booth or whatever, and you're telling me all of a sudden the first thing is like, all right, cool, so I'm just having a hard time. Get your shit together.
Right.
So
like,
I'm
stop being a bitch.
Session over.
Session over. Click. I don't want to be a part of this anymore, mom.
And not only that, but she wasn't like saying people's names, but she was also saying some of the problems that the patients that she had.
she said she had like 99% black men.
Yeah, but she was also stating some of the problems that they have, like emotionally and things of that nature. And like that's also not something that I would want to be out there if I was her client.
Yeah,
like
they
even
got
though they
around
don't
inside
have
it.
my right, like even though because they found out where she works.
Yeah, that
So
makes-
even if they don't know, like even if she doesn't say who that person is, like you can look at that, and figure it out. But so she ended up getting fired for an article that a woman wrote about her, and then she went to TikTok and then blamed her getting fired on men, even though a woman wrote the whole thing.
She was like, they called my job. They got me fired. Something like,
I mean,
she was like,
and the
I'm trying
thing
to
is-
protect. She was like, I'm trying to protect you,
No,
trying to
she's
protect
like-
black men and trying to protect men's mental health. But but basically, we the ones that got her fired.
No.
See,
what
and the-
what I think she's going on about is like I'm trying to help you in the aggressive way, and she's just and that's her mindset. And when people come down on her for that, she reverts back to blaming them rather than the people who like actually got her, because she doesn't want to push away more of her fandom or whatever.
It's like when we talked, I think we had said something about that she kind of like fell into the trap, fell into the trap of like, she would have been straight if she would have kept that energy going of like, look, take accountability for the fact of like, hey, I understand that my approach may be a little harsh, but some people work like that. Some people like how like the guy who explains like, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. That's how I believe she should have went about it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly, and we can go like this instead of like when you throw in the black woman who wrote the article, you should be shitting on her a little bit harder than you should be shitting on the fact about black dudes.
Well, the thing is too, like, the dudes are not the reason she got fired.
Exactly.
She got fired for the article. Now she might have addressed it now, but I know that she hasn't, like, when we were looking at it originally.
Yeah, she was silent for a second.
Well, I mean, she got fired. So
true.
she probably trying to get her,
figure it out.
her affairs together. But no, I mean, like, her whole thing was like, she's advocating for dudes. Why would we like turn against her or whatever? Which most people were probably not on her side to begin with, because she sounded like an asshole. But the problem is that, a lot of people were like, well, how can she get fired for something that she said on TikTok when she wasn't at work? That article represents your company that you work for. And if you make your company look bad, because the biggest thing, she did not have the emotional intelligence that she wanted people to have. She's over here saying dudes don't have the emotional intelligence to do this and that, whatever. She displayed that she doesn't herself.
That's why I said she fell into it. That's why I said she fell into that trap. She felt like she heard.
But it was that, like, because I mean, it was that even before any of that, because I mean, like, her first video that she did, it started from there. Like,
that's just that. I'm saying
all of it was just a continuation.
Since she got fired and all that shit went down, it exposed her, because you got this big ass following that is.
No, I'm saying like, she didn't have the emotional intelligence in her making the first videos.
I understood that. I'm saying that the fact that she probably would have been fired a long time ago.
Oh, yeah,
if they would have known. But this is kind of like, oh, when they saw that video, the one that went viral is when everybody was like, oh.
Actually, she probably wouldn't have even gotten fired if the article wasn't made. Because I mean, even if like the people that you work for, like, they see it, they're like, okay, well, you're not professional, but nobody knows that you work here. But that article said exactly where she worked, and so people came down hard on that place. So they're like, well, at this point, we have to get rid of you, for PR purposes and whatnot. But I mean, she's a person that needs therapy.
Herself.
Yelling at people. Yeah, she's the person that
therapy.
Yeah, like, if you see her videos, she clearly needs therapy.
You seen the video, because she'll tell you some shit, and then she'll be like, go do your thing, and then she'll twerk in front of the camera, and then try to say some stuff like, get some therapy, doing so and then somebody commented on Twitter, was like, I think she needs
body confidence. Starts twerking.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. And they were like, she has mental health issues.
She does have the mental, because she was like, I advocate for shaking your asses and mental health and all those other weird things. And I'm like, bro, like, you're crazy yourself. Like, why would I go to a therapist that clearly needs a therapist? Like, right after our therapy session. It's
you're not
like right
cracking in front of me.
It's just like right after your therapy session. You're like, okay, so what are you doing after this? Oh, I have my own therapist that I have to go to. Huh?
No, I wouldn't be mad at that, honestly. I'd be like, I'm glad that you taking care of your shit, because if you're taking care of your shit, you come back to me and make sure I'm good.
I don't know about that.
My thing is, my thing is this. You can do that.
Yeah.
Don't be a therapist yet.
Don't be a therapist.
That's what I'm saying.
Yet.
No,
if you're,
the thing is,
does
therapy really end, though? Like, for some situations, like if you have a loss in the family, then yeah, cool, you'll go to.
That's different. She don't act like she has a loss in the
family.
She's crazy.
I'm talking about
mental
maintenance.
Like mental health.
Like maintenance.
I'm talking about, like, those are specific examples that everybody can understand. Like, if you had a loss or whatever, like, you can go continue to see a therapist for that. But if you're crazy, like how she is.
Yeah, she's a special case.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to her and then she's going to be like, okay, well, I'm about to go see a therapist. She's crazy. I'm not going to see a crazy person and have them try to tell me what's going to help me.
Hell, or at
That's-
least
that's
need to take
like-
some time.
That's like going to a psych
Well, that's what I'm
ward.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, you can still do, because like any problems that she was having, like she could have gone to see a therapist before being a therapist herself.
The crazy part is she probably didn't do what she's dealing. She's probably just now realizing the shit that's happened, or she's still obviously.
No,
probably
she's
still
in
upset.
denial. Well,
Yeah,
the last thing I saw, she was still in denial.
But they were letting her go this long, so that establishment that's been holding her did not evaluate
they probably
her long
didn't know.
enough.
They
No,
probably,
they're probably not.
I mean, they probably didn't know because she probably acted professional when she was there, but after she was just like, let the crazy loose.
This is why you do research on your therapist, kids. You
True.
do- this is why you
Yeah.
look them up.
But the whole problem is accountability, right? She doesn't, and she still is not taking accountability for her actions. She thinks that it's all dudes' faults, even though it's not. But she thinks that it's all dudes' faults.
Not
but
just the real problem because she's just batshit crazy.
exactly. Now, speaking of accountability, though,
Right?
right? This leads into the next thing.
Okay. Segue.
I think R. Kelly shouldn't be in jail alone.
mental health and how we talking about. No, that doesn't. No,
No, because that nigga has mental health problems
Facts.
himself.
Well, duh.
Not only that, but other people need to be held accountable. Those parents that basically auction their kids off to him need to be in jail right with him. Probably not for the same sentence, like probably not for the same amount of time.
I don't know. I disagree
But-
with that. Like, if you have the good common sense to let shit like that happen, I feel like they're on the same level because like
Oh, you want them in there longer.
right,
He
because
wants them
like
to
they're-
ride.
right, because you're as a parent, you're supposed to be looking after your kid. You're supposed to know what's best for them.
I feel that.
You don't put them in the situation where something bad is going to happen, or you have a pretty good idea of what's going to
So
happen.
they're an accomplice.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
but even accomplice, like
Accomplices,
they don't.
They didn't do the crime, so that's
No,
but they knew
well,
well enough-
But what
they
I'm
knew well
saying
enough
is, like,
what
if
would
you're an
happen.
accomplice, you still don't go to jail as long as the person actually did the crime, anyways. I'm not saying that they should be in there for like a year or like a few months. Like, they should get some years.
15.
But they should get some time.
No,
but
they
what
should
I'm
get therapy from that crazy bit.
They
they
gonna
need
slap
to
him.
get their ass
Nah,
beat, honestly.
Nah, for real.
because the thing is, right, like part of the problem is there are people out there that like, now I'm not defending R. Kelly at all, but like some of what it
you
is.
are. You love his music.
Oh, absolutely. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care what the fuck anybody says.
Yeah, no. Like,
If you're like, oh well, I just can't listen to R. Kelly anymore.
You're lying.
You're a liar.
You're a liar. That's
You're,
like-
you're
that's
a
like-
liar.
He,
Because the
he
thing,
molded your childhood.
Bro, like,
exactly.
that's like-
because the thing is this, right? The thing
Because he
is,
was singing to you as
No.
a child.
don't.
oh
He was singing to you
As
as
a
a child.
and that's why I resonate.
He
No,
said,
like
he said, I believe I can fly. You feeling that song real deep as a child. Think about it. Any other songs when you were a kid, if they hit real hard, R. Kelly was in that catalog.
yeah, and you know what?
And that's why.
Because he made it for the kids.
Yep.
Probably. I mean, hey.
no. I mean,
But the thing is, right? The people that are like, I don't like R. Kelly's music because of what he did, right? That all of a sudden had that switch.
Right.
You're fake as fuck.
oh yeah, no.
I don't care. I don't care who you are. You're fake as fuck because you were rocking out to his. Because the thing is, those people are just now doing that. Boondocks did a whole thing about him peeing on a girl years ago. Like this is the thing
remember
that's
that
happened.
shit.
Like,
This is not new. Niggas been doing it.
People
They've
have known
been
about
on
this
this
for years.
I thought that was on Black Dynamite though.
No, it was not on Black Dot.
No, it was on Boondocks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had a whole special on it.
Yeah. Stuff like that has been going on for years. And those people have been listening to his music for years. Every time they hear all of his music, they just be banging out to it. Once he got convicted, they're like, oh, I just can't do it anymore.
My thing is, if
You're
they-
fake as
That's
shit.
funny.
They
That's
probably.
funny as
I feel
hell.
like a lot of people deleted his regular songs, but the question I have for everybody: did you delete any of his features? Did you delete the songs that had features? I guarantee you not, because what was it? I can look it up right now. That shit is a great ass song, and
I'm not gonna lie. There's
a
a song I cannot remember what it is. I didn't even know he was in that song. That's the crazy thing. There's somebody they had to when I Shazammed. I think I
There you
Shazammed-
go. Customer. It was like you remember the song Customer? Where it was Raheem Devon and R. Kelly.
I don't think
I
so.
don't mean
I'm like, it's like I can't play it because of copyright, but I'm gonna look at the
right.
lyrics.
No, I got you.
But nah, keep going. You was what you
But
was
yeah,
saying?
no, it's it's just fake as fuck to me because those people then turn around and say you're supporting a pedo if you support his music because they're too stupid of an individual to understand that you can rock with somebody's
Art and
artwork
shit, yeah.
and not rock with them. Have you seen any of Hitler's paintings and stuff that he did, like his artwork?
I have.
It's not bad.
It's not terrible.
It's
He turned out to
actually-
be a terrible person.
Like
but
if he had that one person that was like, hey,
had him on the back, you should be. An
Oh wait, no,
artist.
I got it right. He's like, "Let me serve you up. Let me serve you up. You can." Oh, he's like, "See, remember that song? Like, see,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah,
have
yeah,
it-
yeah.
Have it your way. You're the customer."
Is he in there?
Yeah.
oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Let me serve you up. Let me serve you up.
Yeah, that's and I bet people are gonna sing it when they hear it.
On me, they were like, yeah. Comment section, let me know. I
Yeah,
know y'all
yeah,
niggas
yeah,
still
yeah, I know,
y'all
y'all are
still
gonna look that up.
listening.
Yeah, but I mean, back to the people that don't rock with the music now just because of something that he did because they can't differentiate between the two because those people are some of the dumbest individuals
Stupid.
I've ever met.
Cause I'm pretty sure you go back in time, like stuff that we're still having in history today, like like Beethoven. I'm pretty sure Beethoven was not the best person.
He was fucking crazy, bro.
Absolutely, I mean,
And then we still give credit to this man. So I'm like,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
but just like what we were saying with like Hitler, like
Yeah.
his artwork was actually pretty all right. It wasn't bad. Now, if he had that one Jewish person that was just like, "Hey, I rock with this," then maybe he would have not done what he did. But
that's the whole reason he did it. They were just like, they were just like, yeah.
well, that's always
The one-
been a
dude,
that's always
fucked
been a
up.
joke.
The
Like
one-
he did
the
it
one-
because
the one
of
Jewish guy who said, "Yeah, this artwork is only."
he's like,
bad.
"Oh, okay. What religion are you?" Huh?
He said, "Why you asking my religion?"
But
Don't
no,
worry about it.
it's one of those things. Like if you for any of those people, like if you look at his artwork and you're like, okay, his artwork is pretty all right. He's a completely piece of shit human being, but like his artwork is pretty all right. Well, now you're just like, well, you're supporting a Nazi. No,
Oh,
you're
no.
not.
I mean,
That makes,
would you
those
say
two
that the
correlations
parent?
don't make sense.
Oh, like getting back to the parent part, would you say that the parents were supporters? The reason that the music was so good is because they were bringing those kids into the rooms.
They have
They were supporters.
well,
They are the
but what
reason
I'm
we have
saying-
good music because he made it about the kids that he was holding.
I don't. Well, actually, the songs being about the kids that he was talking about, that's not ever been confirmed.
It's not confirmed, but hey,
But I mean, you can.
can we
like,
give praise to the parents?
I'm not gonna praise those parents.
No, dude.
I'm fucking with y'all. They're looking at me like, "Are you serious?"
I knew you were. I knew you were serious.
You're like, huh?
No.
I knew you were serious, but because the thing is, there's like people that were out there that like there's numerous other like article things about like some of the parents that were teaching their kids on how to seduce him.
The fuck?
Yeah, they would. There's like the most famous one. I can't remember what her name is, but she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna teach you how to seduce him." And like as they're going through this whole exchange, she's texting her mom, and she's like, "Okay, we'll say this," or like touch his shoulder, or like do all this stuff.
I'm
And
looking
she's
at
like,
Hunter's
how old
face.
was
Right?
this
I'm
girl?
looking at Hunter's
How
face
old
right
was
now
this
as you
girl?
say this.
"How old was
Yeah.
she? I mean, I don't.
You're
It doesn't
changing-
matter. She
you're
was a
changing
minor."
You're changing his life right now. He's not gonna think about this the same. Every R. Kelly song in his
See,
phone is about to disappear.
See, like, and that's the,
don't
and that's
listen
the
to
other
R.
part
Kelly.
Of it. I mean, like, that's the
Kelly
other part
hard.
of that. Like, why would you raise your kid to make a guy catch a case? Like,
It's
what-
not even just. It's not even that. It's they weren't using it to make him catch a case. They were using it because they have
clout.
No,
well,
but
it-
but you know. But
well,
you
the
know
thing
that he
is-
would.
they don't care about that. They,
Yeah,
like
give
the
a
whole,
damn.
in order to if you're going to be the person that's going to teach your child how to seduce a grown man, you obviously understand that they're going to have sex. Because even in the thing, she was saying that she wanted her daughter to get pregnant by R. Kelly.
People do anything for the fans.
Well, what
I
it
mean
is-
for the
fame.
for fame.
For what it is, I mean, it's
For the Kardashians.
it's people who aren't balanced, right? Like they don't have a balance within their life, and so they teach this stuff to their kids because fame, like fame is like addictive.
I'm sure.
If you don't have that balance, you'll fall out. You know, it's a yin and yang type of thing. But if you're not a balanced person before you get famous, you're gonna self-destruct.
Turn to
Honestly, you gotta
Scientology at least.
reconstruct your balance when you get to that point because
No, it's not even that because
I say
the
because
thing
you're
is,
not used to it.
You know, that
Well,
actually
no,
makes
because the
sense
thing
because-
is, if you can't do that if you weren't balanced before you got there.
No, I'm saying you can, but then you could become unbalanced because of due to the pressure that you're putting on yourself or the pressure of whatever your manager or whoever team you're working with puts upon you. Then you lose that balance because you could be like 9 to 5. My day is pretty normal. I go home, I go to work, I go home, shit, shower, shave, same old thing, and then you're cool. But next thing you know, like, all right, cool. Like us in particular, we're like, cool. Podcast gets to where it needs to be. We blow it up, and then all of a sudden we're like, all right, cool. Quit our day jobs. We're doing our own thing. We're doing this. Next thing you know, money starts rolling in. Sponsorship starts rolling in. Folks start
fans and stuff,
fans start
and
rolling
merch
in.
and all that.
Now you walk into Kroger, like what Dallas was saying that one time. He said, dude just walked up on him. Instead of like unfollowing, we got people walking up on us and.
Can I get a picture?
Can I get a picture? Can I get, okay, cool. And then you got the one person like, bro, I don't fuck with you. What you said on the thing. Now you have
You're
dealing
those
with
two- yeah,
paparazzi.
right, exactly.
now like some people, me and like we were like we can have the mindset of we can deal with it. We have no issue dealing with that type of stuff until it actually happens. And now you're like, I'm irritated, or this is too. Now I have to rewire myself to be like. I have to be more comfortable with the thought of some stranger walking up to me and saying, "Hey."
But
what's up?
what the balance is that I'm talking about is balance within yourself. If you have the balance within yourself, none of that stuff matters.
You mean like
Because what it is,
Some people are fine regardless.
No, that's not what I'm saying. All of this stuff is, regardless of any of that stuff, fame changes people, right? The change is because you have no balance within yourself.
So basically, like how they say,
if you get to
got you.
if like us, if
Yeah.
we blow up and stuff like that, well, we're going to. But when
When?
When?
we blow up, nothing is gonna change between us, right? Like people when they blow up with their friends and things like that.
I was about to say,
Well, this
we
is-
us, and I'm sitting over here. They're like, he's
Well,
white. He's gonna get.
No,
he's-
we got to
he's
keep
gonna
our
go to
token
the
white
inside.
guy.
no, we can't.
But
That's the deal.
But what I'm saying
we
is
got to follow the steps. We bringing everybody up with us.
exactly
that start with us.
right. But you
You
know,
other
it-
niggas, you not coming.
But yeah, it's one
Wait,
of those.
what?
It's one of those things where it's like those people end up changing once they get to fame, right?
Mm-hmm.
The people that already have a balance within themselves are people, regardless of the fame, they still stay true to themselves and who they are.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
That is what I'm talking about. Like, regardless of how everything else that you're dealing with, like paparazzis and like going through interviews and things like that, none of that stuff changes who you are as a person. That might have to change how you go about doing things, but it doesn't change who you are fundamentally because you still have that balance within yourself.
Right.
That's what I'm
You have to
talking
have that
about.
core,
I
which
feel
is
like we're set in our ways enough at this point in our lives that it wouldn't change who we are. You know.
oh yeah, we always say that until
yeah.
until
Well,
somebody
well,
gets
yeah,
six
right.
figures.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
So that check come
you
in.
always say
Oh,
that
yeah.
until let's say I only have like 300 like followers or fans or whatever. Derek's got like 5,000 rather, and you've got 30,000.
Why do you have more than me?
You have more than me. You have more than me.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I just kidding.
No, but anyway, no. But I'm saying like, in
You're not a
you
part
know,
of Cool Kid Squad.
No, but I'm saying like I've seen it happen on YouTube channels and then in shit where like the especially those prank channels where the husband and wife have their own followings and one gets way more than the other and it starts arguments and shit.
Normally those things are fake though.
Well,
They do that for
yeah. No,
promotion.
but like no. I'm talking about the situations
The
when
people,
that shit
the
is
real
real.
situations.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about the real situations because then people like split off to do their own YouTube channel because
shit,
the
the
fans
best-
like one person more than the other.
The best example of that is Vanos. Right? All of
A lot of
them,
people like Delirious. A lot of people like Delirious and Wildcat.
yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like, what's his name?
How everybody has
was
their
it
own
was it
special
Mini
thing.
Lad?
Mini Lad.
That-
Yeah, Mini,
that left
yeah, he was the
group?
one that left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like they all blew up together, and they're all in a. It doesn't matter who people like more. It's like at a certain point,
Because if
fame
one of us
and
wins,
everything
then
is
all of us
split.
kind of win.
Well, yeah,
in a way.
because the thing is like once fame gets to a certain point and things like that, some people change because they don't have that balance. Like what I'm saying, but the core
That's when your hair
thing,
color starts changing.
Huh?
So that's when your hair color starts changing.
Probably.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that's because your skin color kind of. I was about to be like, well,
Well, I gotta go.
He just comes back and somebody, some
I
black
come,
dude
I come
stands in
back
his place.
looking, no,
Like, who
I
is
come
this?
back looking like a Rossi.
He just comes back. How did his skin color change? Who is this guy? He like, oh, sup?
Nigga pulled a whole Frieza moment.
Like, sup? My name's Hunter. I'm like, who are you, sir?
What's up? How you doing?
My name's Hunter.
My name is Hezekiah. Like, who is this?
Yeah, but no, it's one of those things, and like I feel like for us it would be like a RDC World type of thing, where like all of them, regardless of how big they are, they all are still all together.
Yeah, that's what, and
Like
I
good,
feel like that's the
good morning and
preference.
shit.
Yeah, that's the preference because because at a certain point, I remember like with YouTube, it was strictly like people would just be individuals. That's what I remember for a little second because it was like the skits and stuff, and everybody would collaborate. But but now people are starting to realize that working together makes a little bit more sense
Right. No,
than
yeah.
trying to do everything on
Plus,
your
you
own.
get way more ideas working with a group, and
Well, yeah.
it's one of those things where like you can bring up all the people that are around you.
Well, yeah, but like there's also the and I think that also came out of how YouTubers would like collab with their friends and
You
shit.
can bring the
But-
mic a little bit closer to your mouth. So you can,
Yeah, because they won't be able to hear you too well.
No, but I think that and it would like how YouTubers would collab with other people, and they would have a lot of their friends help them out with shit, but they were still the face of the channel. Like they're the only face that people saw in the gaming, or that they're the voice that they always heard, and and they'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna give credit to such and such and such and such and such and such. Here's the ad, and now we're gonna have a 30-minute video where I do everything else.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that's essentially how this channel is. Like, it's all of you guys will be here, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're the faces of the channel.
Yeah,
But
that's
all of you guys are still gonna, regardless of any of that. Like, even if we don't, because we're planning on doing gaming and other things, it will still be us as the faces, but y'all will still be there.
Be around, yeah.
Yeah.
But then that's kind of how like with Vanoss and them, it's kind of like we know, sorry, like whoever stuff we're on, we're uploading on that channel. Everybody has similar, like have the same content but different uploads type stuff.
Yeah,
So-
because they'll upload different parts of the same session that they were in or whatever.
Yeah, because especially when game and stuff comes in, people go. I'm expecting people to be like, and you, because I expect you to have a Twitch at some point. Be like, oh yeah, I'm recording, got the homies in, or
Yeah.
where you hop into our stuff. They're like, oh, where's Hunter at? Cool. It's gonna be like that, which I want it to be like that for them to be like, where it's like, oh, we fuck with Derek. Like Derek's our favorite person because he needs to have his own community. And then same thing vice versa. People like, oh, well, like where's Romeo? Where's Romeo? Like what's his thing? Like everybody's gonna have their specific things. They're gonna be looking like where's Hunter's on? Like okay, cool. We need Hunter to come back on and talk about this conversation again. We need him to come back and we need more insight. Same thing with Wire when he comes on or whoever else comes on. That's a part of like the generic crew. Like we bring on other guests, like guests outside. That's a different story. We have to coordinate a little bit more with them. But with the core group,
Yeah,
people looking for y'all at a certain point.
First guest, Michael J. White.
Michael J.
Yeah,
Instantly,
my idol.
him, my superhero.
I mean, he's never gonna
He's
see
never
it.
gonna be, yeah.
But no, it's
Michael
gonna
B.
happen. I don't care. It's gonna happen. We're
Next-
gonna get
Never gonna happen.
Next guest, Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Bro,
Yes.
it walks in through that door. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm like, Mr. Killmonger,
Mr. Killmonger. Oh my gosh.
Mr. Creed,
Yeah.
show me your moves.
He just knocks you out.
Just comes in and punches me. You want to know why I left Lori Harvey? I'm like, oh God, we're getting right into it, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, you know, stuff like that.
Bro turns
What do
into
we-
Meat Canyon.
we
But
gonna-
nah, we already touched on the parent. Like we're pretty solid on the fact that the R. Kelly situation with the parents, they all need to go to jail.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Like now, it's a little different for the parents that didn't know, but I mean, at the same time, like
Is it though? Because that goes back to what I was saying about having to raise your kids to have common sense.
sure, but like most
I guess open
People don't
communication be
have-
the best thing.
Yeah,
That,
well,
yeah.
well, the thing too is like because if you take your kid to like a concert, right, and they get to go backstage, regardless of if you're there or not, that's still something for them. It's up to them to make the proper decisions. Because I mean, if I'm like, hey, don't like seduce a grown man, and then they do it, and then I'm just like, now you got to beat your ass because I told you not to do this.
I told you not to do that.
Like it's one of those things, and it's not like you can fully blame the people that didn't know, but at the same time, I don't really feel like they didn't know because I mean, all of that stuff was joked about. And
For
all that
one, if you
things.
letting your kids go over to a grown man's house by themselves,
no, like that part,
No, hell
that's,
no.
that's already
There is no explaining that.
that
away.
part is not excusable, but like
Yeah.
the parts with like the parts with like going backstage and things like that I feel is a little bit different.
Yeah, like if you have them
Yeah.
go to the concert,
Because some
and they're like,
people
"Hey."
go to concerts without their parents.
Oh yeah.
Even
Tons.
at a young age.
Yeah, people
you
be
know,
like
so.
14.
Yeah, shit. My Megan, my sister, would go to countless concerts, like way more than I would, and I'm sure than any of the rest of my siblings had. And she like by the time I was 18, she'd already been to like 9, shit like that.
Stuff goes down at these concerts.
Yeah.
Stuff goes down. I know some stories, and I feel like,
No,
Jesus.
bro, I've been to like 3 in my entire life because I'm lame or something. But
I
like,
ain't really been to any except for the ones
Nigga,
that
I've
happened in
been
my
to
school.
one. I went to one, and I went to it because it was free.
I went to one.
Yeah, no,
I went
like,
to a
one or
black.
two
I
of
went
the
to a
ones that I
Black's
went.
concert. That was good.
one
That
of the
was nice.
two of the 3 that I went to were free.
The one that I went to was the one
Yeah,
that
the
was
little
like,
Yachty one. Yeah, like sometimes like when the
it was
schools,
so hot.
it's a blessing that colleges let these people come and you can
Oh,
get
yeah.
in for free. That's how I saw Jack Harlow. I saw Jack Harlow for free, and I was like, this is nice.
And you know what? I'm not gonna get into fully about like school shooters, but like this is a complete crazy segue. But I'm thinking about it because
did
your
it
school is not secure. By the way, I went to all of his classes and I was not enrolled. I just went there. I took a whole test.
Oh yeah, this man literally came to my so when I was back in college at Middle Tennessee State, and this man.
Oh my god.
He literally would be like, because it's an open college, is an open campuses, so you really can just go in there.
Yeah.
And like sometimes teachers and shit, like they don't be paying attention to certain things.
They don't care.
They don't really care.
True.
Yeah. And
But
then
the
I
thing is-
asked my teachers too. I was like, is it cool? Like I have one of my friends who's interested in this topic, and like they're like teachers be cool as hell in college. They don't. Be
Well, they don't
caring.
care because it reflects. It's not like in high school where it reflects on their job as much.
I went into random
but-
people's classes in high school too.
I know.
The man was just never in his own class.
know.
Just never went to school.
Bro, like
you and Seth were crazy about doing
Every
shit
teacher
like
knew
that.
him for some reason.
now all the teachers did know me in high school.
They were like,
I don't know
wow.
if that
Oh,
was
yeah.
good or bad, but like yeah, they did know me. But
Right.
like when I went to your school, you were just like, "Hey, do you want to just chill in my dorm while I'm in class?" Like, "Nah, I'll just go." Hey, we just hopped to class, and I took a whole test on a subject I didn't know nothing about. I'm pretty sure I did well. I cheated off the person next to me,
That's
and I turned in my paper.
Man, and he so asked me, he was like, "What did I get on that test?"
Bro,
Yeah.
I went to U of M once to see my friend Seth, not unrelated to the other one, but I asked him what room he was in. He was like 3104 or some shit, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I waited until I apparently I was a period early, and I walked in. They called roll, and I just never answered. So until this one person was being asked, like, let's just say Smithy John or whatever, and I was just like, here, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. And they had out this worksheet on calculus. It was the worst class of my life.
The man was stressed out of class he wasn't supposed to be in. How that work?
He's like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I was there. And
Man, his life was in his hands in that moment.
But it was
no,
crazy. It was
no,
crazy
because-
because the test that she gave out, she just passed. She was passing it out to everybody. She gave it to me, and I was like, I don't
Was it screenwriting?
know.
No, because you did go to my screenwriting class.
I did, and I helped with your project.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a part of its project too, and I wasn't a part of that class either. Y'all should have put my name on there though.
That'd be-
I should have got that credit, but
No,
I don't know what the test was, but it was an important one because it was something that y'all had gone over for a minute. She put it down, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, I don't. All right,
The fact that
No,
the
no.
fact that your instinct was, bro, I don't know. Of course you don't know.
No, see, like,
Okay, the one class.
no, when I was in that class, you know, something that went through my head. My dad, he did calculus in school and college and shit, and he was like, never had to use it. And I'm thinking to myself, and he said, like, you know, there are a lot of stuff that you're not gonna have to learn. I'm like, and while I'm thinking that, I'm like, you lied. You fucking lied to me.
You lied to me, father.
Bro, I'm not
I
gonna
stuck
lie.
in this class, and now I have to do
No,
what you told me.
I said I had to go to the bathroom, but I just bailed. I never came back.
Nah,
Man, got stressed.
bro,
Got
bro.
anxiety.
The thing that's crazy is when I had to take that test, I fully committed to taking that test.
I know you
and
did.
then I fully committed to cheating on that test.
Because you kept asking me. This man literally
What
was
name
like,
did you
no,
use?
Hunter. He
My
literally
name. I didn't fake my name.
He didn't fake nothing. He literally would ask me. He was like, "So what did I get on that test?" I'm like, "You does it matter?"
I was serious about it,
He was
bro.
like, "You cheated for one, so if you got an 8, it was going."
But I don't know the person I cheated off of. I
Man,
don't know if they were stupid or not.
Well, Biden just forgave student
Student
loans. So
debt,
you can
yeah.
you can go back to school and see what you got, see if it counts towards your stuff.
Bro, no. Like,
Bro, that shit made me sweat too. I was like, I don't know what
We
this.
left the class and he looked at me like, "Bro, like,
That was the
it
hardest?
a hard test." I'm looking at him like, "What?"
nah, Seth was like, no, Seth found out that I was in his class because he thought, you know, whatever the guy's name was me. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I was like, you know, like, you were going to hang out after this class. He's like, yeah, after this class. Why didn't you show up beforehand? And I was like, why did you show up beforehand? And I was like, I didn't have an answer for him. I didn't say nothing.
Bro, I went.
I was just like,
Bro, there was
he told me the class, and I don't know why. I just wasn't thinking. I just walked into the class.
Man's brain just broke.
that thing that you had to go to that one time with I don't know what they were. It was some recording thing, but there was a whole bunch of people that were sitting out in the hall, and then I left to go do something else. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I think I remember you saying.
Yeah, I left to go do something else. I went to another class.
That's funny.
I don't know what they were talking about. I just walked in and was just doing work. I took note. I asked a person for notes, and it was like some math.
It was a
shit.
building that had the animation studio, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know what I was recording, but
I don't either. I just know that I went to another class, and we were doing some work in there, and I was like, hey, I didn't bring any of my like supplies. Like, can I borrow like some paper and shit? So I wrote some stuff down, and then they went over a little quiz thing, and it was a pretty fun class. I liked it a lot.
that's funny. Convincing this man to go to school and be like,
Oh no, I
This man's like, so no one lied when they said I would enjoy school.
no. I enjoyed it because everything I didn't matter.
It makes me miss college so much more because of the fact that you said that. I should have invited you to way more shit. Just to do
Absolutely,
that.
I would have gone to multiple classes. I didn't care because they didn't say anything to me. They're just like, oh, he's a part of this class. There was only one teacher that asked who I was, and I was like, Derek, blah blah blah, and I was like, are you in this class? No. Oh, okay. Well, you can stay. Like, okay.
That's how they be. Which is hilarious.
That's how they are in college. They don't care.
I mean, sometimes like halftime, when we went to my communications class, and I said, we had to have the whole discussion in there. We had a whole discussion that this man was a part of, and then he was like, I told my teacher, and my teacher was like, yeah, bring him in. And I was like, this is why I love situations like this. It was so fun. It made me want to go to my classes more. Off the strength that this man would just be in there. I was like, this is
I don't
funny.
know.
See, if I lived down there, I would have just randomly showed up to your class.
Would have messed around and
Facts.
been valedictorian, messing
No,
with you.
no, I would have done the same
I'll
thing.
be at your graduation and everything.
I would have done the same thing because Megan was in NTSU the same year as you were. Like,
Oh, man.
not the same age, but like she's 2 years younger than you.
If I wasn't in
Yeah,
there,
like-
if I would have had my
I've been like, what's
apartment
up, Megan?
sooner, I would have had my apartment sooner when y'all came down. I should have been like, y'all trying to go to class real quick? Y'all trying to go
I
to
would have,
y'all trying to go to
So I
class?
would have been like,
because
Stressed.
because even one of the days that I was down there, I went to go see my cousin Henry. Shout out to you.
Shout out Henry.
shout out to
He,
Megan
um,
also.
I went. He was far. I don't remember what school he went to. It was some artsy school, but it was like
was it Austin P? No.
no.
You said art. Oh, it was one of those-
Artsy, like
artsy.
Yeah.
like fancy, or did you mean like artsy, like graphic design and such?
it was like both. I mean, whatever. But it was like 45 minutes away from like your school.
Ah.
And bro, I got lost on the way there and everything. Anyway, it was like raining hard and shit. But I went up there and I was in his classes. I didn't know nothing. I was in his classes. I was chilling in his dorm. These schools aren't safe, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the point I'm getting at.
The schools are not safe.
Absolutely not.
No, if they're gonna let some random dude in there, like, I feel like they would have stopped me when you were saying that they're like, "Who are you?" And you're like, "I'm Derek." Blah blah blah. And they're like, "Okay, fine." I feel like if I showed up there wearing a hoodie of any kind, they'd be like, "Yeah, okay, just wait outside."
That's because you're weird. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, I ain't gonna deny.
No.
I ain't
What
gonna
I'm
deny.
saying is, when I say you're weird, you look like you don't need to be there. Like,
so mean.
bro, no. What I'm saying
get
is,
it, dog. I see what you're saying.
when I walk into any place, regardless of if I know I should be there or not, I just pretend like I'm supposed to
Confidence
be
is
there.
key.
You look,
No,
look like you're just like I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm here. So like, please don't.
I mean,
notice me.
that ain't always the case. That's just the case most of the time.
It's most of the time.
Right.
It's just the face. It's like it's the face you make when you know you're not supposed to be somewhere. Because I do the same shit. That's why.
Exactly.
I know I'm not supposed to be
I
there.
am 100% all in. I'm in this class. I've been here the whole time. I got the syllabus.
If I know I have to fake it till I make it, I'm there. But if I'm like, all right, cool.
No, Derek will be straight up. We'll be like, "Hey, Derek, we got the podcast. Let's hang out." And he goes, "Nah, I can't. I gotta write my thesis." It's more like, "Bro, you don't even attend this place."
Exactly.
I gotta write my thesis. You sure will be like, bro, you got homework tonight? Yeah, I
man.
got some too. No, you don't. What are you talking about?
Bro, I got to write my thesis statement, and then I got to do this PowerPoint for Miss Angela.
But there, you'll fuck around and forget that Derek's not in the same school as you. You be like, bro, can you proofread my paper real quick? Like, I just need you to annotate this.
I'd be like, bro, like this is about science. You're in a what is this? Math class.
No, like none of what you're turning in can count for anything. Nothing that you're doing is sitting here counting, which makes the perfect segue for shit that doesn't count. So you had brought up to me earlier when I was on the way here. We're talking about like what classifies as counting for something. Like I said, what like Derek turned in his assignments and shit, it wouldn't count for anything until maybe we don't know.
Hey, like I'm pretty sure I got straight A's in those classes I was not a part of.
The boy got a 5.0.
I am a
in
scholar
college right now. He got a 5.0.
I'm the only dropout that is a scholar.
This man is out here doing the damn
This
thing.
man turns into a lawyer. Like this man turns into Leonardo DiCaprio from Catch Me If You Can.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Fucking valedictorian.
But no, you said, Honey, you were saying that it's like stuff that counts. Like that basically kind of ties in with the R. Kelly like music stuff.
Yeah.
What counts? What were you like explain
Well,
that?
like, what I was saying was like, like whether it be R. Kelly or like how he was, how people liked his music, but they didn't like what he did, and some of them dropped off, and other people are like, I hate the guy, but his music is good. It's like for the Atlanta Braves. Shout out to the Atlanta Braves. They have this player Ozuna who beats his wife. And I hate that he did that, but I like the Braves, so I'm like, all right, you're a piece of shit, but you play for us. And also, like a lot of people found who had never listened to Queen before, which is my favorite band. They found out that Freddie Mercury was gay, and they're like homophobic apparently, and they were like, oh no, I can't listen to that. He had an STD and shit, and I'm like,
But I'm like,
To be fair, that's a little bit different because at the time they weren't like super accepting of gay people.
I'm
but
not.
I get that.
I mean, like, I'm not talking about at the time. I'm talking about now. Like,
Some of the people that's still on
I ain't
that.
heard that.
no, like
People still on that? People still on that?
Yeah, some people, some friends of mine, found out, like one or two friends of mine found out that he was gay after liking his shit all the time, and I'm like, bro, like his music's good though, and they're like, yeah, his music's fantastic.
How old are they?
Oh, they're about our age.
How the fuck did they not know this?
Because they're stupid.
Shout out to Hunter's friends.
Shout out to Hunter's friends, y'all stupid.
Shout out to...
Hey guys,
You're homophobic.
that aren't us.
You're homophobic in 2022.
I know.
The fuck?
Imagine being that. That's ridiculous.
Imagine.
No, but like,
I
no, but like, let's see, like that. What I'm saying is, the bottom line is that, like, in all that music, such like, like, whether or not the background about the music, like, and it's weird because like, there's a lot of music that was like written up, I'm sure, but like Beethoven and crap, like you were mentioning earlier, like. What if that was like never discovered? Like, I watched a comedian, Randy Feldface. He made a good point in his show about about like To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. If that had, if that was never discovered,
Yeah.
would it still be genius? If a great song is fantastic, it's a great opus, is it still music? Or is it only until it's recognized and acknowledged and put out there?
Well, I give you a little something that I think my grandparents. It was somebody I seen on like the media, or I believe it was a saying that my grandparents they gave me a while ago. But they say 100% of like all good ideas basically are in the grave. Like as in those situations, I would consider everything is a piece of art. Even if they made Anne Frank's diary a piece of art, and that was just her diary. But it was written to the point where like they published it, got it out, now it's out there. Anything can be considered, I guess, a piece of art if you name it that, or that's what you do. Because the same thing with us as a podcast, this is considered art. This is considered us expressing ourselves and what we do, but we're not published. We're not underneath anybody's label or anything like that.
Right. No, but we're out there, and like if we did this in private and no one knew about it, would it make a difference?
Not for us.
No, I know not for us.
Not
but
what we're doing,
Like,
though.
no, what I'm saying is that like for art, whether it be painted, musical, visual, or whatever, like, is it really, is it really perceived as, entertainment or genius or whatever until it's out there in the public? And it could be perceived as, and it's subject to judgment, by other people. Because, like, it's
my
weird.
opinion is yes, because the whole thing is like the argument of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
If a tree falls in the woods and there's nobody there to see it, doesn't make a sound.
Yes,
Obviously,
obviously.
right.
But
If
it
you
doesn't
make
stop it from being a tree.
well, yeah, but like if you make artwork and there's nobody there to acknowledge it, it doesn't matter. It's still artwork. It doesn't have to make a difference in order for it to be important to somebody. It's important to you.
Like caveman drawings. They were just drawing those and it was like, oh, okay, cool. And then somebody came
yeah.
around and was like,
What does that
art.
all mean? Yeah, like,
people that
on a wall.
look at it, they provide more value to it.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important person that it should be important to is yourself. So regardless of any of that, if it's not important to you, then it was never worth being made.
Well, I don't know about that because like there are a lot of people who hated their own work, but it wound up being out there.
It's usually the stuff that you hate the most that ends up blowing up. Like it's gonna be certain things like when people put out any type of content, some things that they put like how you see like the cinematic like real nice looking shit on like YouTube or TikTok and they might not get that many views and you're like, but then something that they did that was completely like BS, like some bullshit that they wanted to put out, you might like it way more than the cinematic stuff off the strength of your own perception. To them, they're like, this was my passion project. I worked on this hoe for 10 years.
But that's a little bit different.
But like, no, it's kind
It's
of
a little bit different because like it's something that you put the majority of your passion into. If other people don't like it as much as you, like sure that might suck.
Right.
But it's still what you wanted to do and it came out the way that you wanted it to come out. So it doesn't really matter what they think. Now, if it's making if it's making less numbers is something that's not that important, then sure, whatever. But that part doesn't necessarily matter. It's still more important to you than it is to other people. It doesn't change anything.
yeah. So as long as it matters to you, I get that classifies as art.
Right.
Yeah,
and
that's
and
true.
the other thing too is like the majority of people, they don't hate any of their artwork. What it is, which I can attest to, is you have something that you did, you don't hate it, you just know that you could have done more with it. And that's not hate. It might be your least favorite, but you know that there is more that you probably could have done with it. And it's like a problem that you're having being like, well, I should have done more with it.
I think that's pretty profound.
But that's not hate.
I think that's pretty profound, that like nobody really hates their own artwork, their own music or whatever. They just wish that they had done better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like it's like when you're in school you write a term paper and you get a B because you could have worded something a little bit better in a sentence.
You could have proofread it a little bit more. You could have did.
Right.
It's always something more you can do. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's like anything you drop. Like if you playing Smash Brothers. We love to play Smash Brothers when we're around. It's like it's kind of except for Derek. He's a strong-
Just Derek just chills.
Derek
over there.
hates Smash Brothers.
Yep, all you people, hey, all the people that play Smash Brothers, all of you people that don't take showers because you stink, I don't like that game. Fuck you.
Hates you people. But like,
Shout out to my homies who don't stink but still play.
there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Shout
us.
out to these two. They be taking showers.
The only
but-
two people that take showers.
Right, the only two Smash players that take showers.
But no, it's like when you playing the game, like we're playing against each other. You got Mario, I got Link, the typical thing we're doing, and then you hit me with a move or you miss, and you be like, "Dang, I could have ended this match a lot quicker if I would have hit him with this one
If I
move."
didn't suck, I would have won that.
If my thumb wasn't hurting, like you said, like all of a sudden when you playing certain games, you like my thumb is cramping. You're
Like
like,
in
if my
Jump
thumb
Force?
wasn't cramping right here, yeah, in Jump Force,
Yeah.
you're like, I'll be fine. But it's that moment where you're like, I've been playing way too long, and
To
I
be
have
fair,
fatigue.
most of that is my fault because I keep the fan on me, so my hands get really
You
cold.
know, oh, I thought you were about to say that. You know, you keep the fan on you because you get all sweaty, and then your controller gets gross and slippery.
No,
I was gonna say,
I thought that's
like,
what it was saying.
Yeah,
no. My
Oh, you just like
I
the
have the
fan. Yeah.
well, I get hot, but like I like having the fan on me, and that makes the only parts of my body that get cold are my
hand.
fingers and my toes, and it's weird.
well, no, not really. I
But-
mean, that happens to everybody. I think.
No, but like every other part of me does not get cold.
It's weird.
It's just my fingers and my toes. And so when I'm playing the game, I have the fan on.
It's weird.
And it's on. It might be weird, but nigga, I
This
will,
guy just here keep hearing him. It's weird.
yeah, it's weird. Play me in a
weird.
game, I'll beat you. I don't care.
Okay.
Thumbs fucked. Hand
Snowman.
locking up.
Yeah, but you know,
Snowman with
Carpal
twig.
tunnel is calling.
well, I do feel like I'm gonna get carpal tunnel. I'm not gonna lie.
Probably.
It's calling you today. Open the door. Accept it.
Probably. No.
Call 1-800-CARPAL. Yeah.
Call 1-800 carpal. It's called carpal.
But
Carpal, it's a carpal. Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things. It's always and it's not even because even the people that there's nothing more that you could have done.
Mm-hmm.
There's just it's a problem within yourself that you always feel as though that you could have done better.
And that holds people back because like that thing kind of gets the gears turning in your head of realizing why people fail in putting out content.
Yeah.
Putting out any type of thing, whether or not
I'm
it's a
not-
song, whether or not it's a painting, whether or not any type of form of art, or whether or not it's like going for that position that you want to go for.
And see, what time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna end it off here, right?
Like we got
we got to do the second episode.
Yeah, we started like 1:11 and then
we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
something
that's-
like that. We got.
it was
we
like
got a little
1:05.
bit- We got a little bit of time.
Yeah, so
I
we
just
got to like
Yeah, like 5.
I wanna make sure we're
You want to
straight.
say 5?
like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got like 7 minutes.
Well, the majority of what I'm gonna say is gonna pretty much just end it off, right?
Uh-huh.
Caveman.
It's kind of black.
No, it's because your fingers and
Wait.
toes.
am I a Neanderthal to you?
Maybe.
So in today's episode, we just realized that our token white guy is racist.
Well, we found out something.
Find his social media. I'm just kidding.
You know there are going to be people who
had
do
to,
that anyway,
had to
right?
preface that. Nah.
Hey, as soon as I called him racist on the internet, he turned red as hell.
He was like,
He turns,
wow.
no, he turned so
No,
red.
I turned red because I laughed too much.
I know. Just
I don't take that. I mean,
He's
I don't
like,
take
he's like
nothing seriously.
jokes on you.
Jokes on you.
Look at-
Too many people hate me already.
Looks like you look at my KKK cloak in the car. In the car.
God, that's
He just puts it
terrible.
on. He's in the back seat. Yeah, this is our token white guy.
we get ready to leave, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot something in the studio." Comes back out with claims.
Comes out with a cross. Like, why is it on fire? I just keep it like that.
I just keep it lit on me.
I just keep it lit on me.
But no, to end it off, right, with a lot of that stuff, with people thinking that they could have done better and things like that, it's a lot of people that need to come to the realization that you have to be comfortable with disappointing people.
Yeah,
Because people feel like they need to be successful in what they're trying to put out, because if they're not, then they feel like it's not worth it. And like part of what it is for us when we started, there's a lot of self-doubt, and you know, you end up playing yourself. Like, I don't know if this is gonna be big or whatever. You have to push past all of that and just do it.
You gotta say fuck it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
jump
you-
the shark. You know?
What?
What was the saying you just said?
Jump the shark. It just means like go for it, dive head in. You know,
That
you've never heard that?
That sounds stupid
No, not stupid. Dangerous.
and stupid.
No, just dangerous. Why are we jumping the shark? Why are we doing this?
Because
What is it saying?
Because it's like a leap of faith. You know, you
Into
don't
a
know
shark
if it'll.
pit?
What?
What are you saying here?
You
He's
saying?
genuinely confused. I'm fucking with you.
I know what you're doing.
I'm right here.
I know what
No,
you're doing.
what
I'm
he's
just,
saying sounds like you're jumping over a shark that's in the ocean.
No,
No.
you're jumping the shark. You're fighting the shark. I'm just.
I'm not gonna do that. That's dumb. Look,
Crocodile
I'm just gonna
Dundee
say.
gets stung
I'm
by
just
a
gonna
manta.
say.
You're jumping the
that's-
jellyfish.
that- whatever. all of these sayings are stupid.
You're jumping the stingray. You survived.
Maybe. Well, I'm not gonna.
he's
say
gonna
that.
get stung. He's gonna turn into the crocodile hunter.
Actually, I would not turn into the crocodile hunter because I would still be alive.
R.I.P. the crocodile. Doesn't
Yeah.
Yes, because I
R.I.P.
do like you a lot. Sorry,
We
that
loved you.
sorry I just dissed your death, but like,
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm just being honest.
But now,
But
real,
yes,
reeling
look,
back
real-
in,
real-
you
real-
gotta have the fucking mindset, jump the shark mindset.
Yeah, jump the shark mindset. You know, you just have to be comfortable with understanding that not everybody's gonna fuck with what you have.
Get
going.
comfortable with hopping in the water with boxing gloves and fighting the shark.
Yeah, it ain't,
Actually-
it's impossible to please everybody. You know, you're gonna always have haters. You're gonna always have people who say that you can't do this or you won't do that. But you know, you don't know until you try. You know.
Yeah, like this super this chick disagreed with me on TikTok and she said we have a failing podcast.
Oh damn, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
It was
Oh, damn.
hilarious.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
It was hilarious.
Thank you.
She
Shout out
was-
to our first hater.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And the thing that was so funny is she went and she started talking all of this shit about me. And she was like, "You have a failing podcast, blah blah blah." And then she started talking about like the subscriber count and all this stuff. And I'm like,
How many YouTubers? Are you a YouTuber? Like,
well, she's apparently a model, but I mean, she has a whole bunch of like, you know, followers on TikTok because she's showing her titties and stuff. So I mean, it's not
yeah.
like she has actual like substance in her content.
Her content.
It's just her body.
just her skin.
So her
Just a step down
titties
from
are
porn.
talented.
Pretty much. But the thing is, I'm
Pretty
just like,
flash,
you're
I'm sure.
hating on me, but like you took all of this time to go through the videos, go onto the YouTube channel. I love that you did that. I love
Spent
I
like
love that
6 hours in getting us views. Like
I love that
just to
I
hate.
pressed you so badly that you went to go check out everything about us, and we're like, you have a failing channel. And I'm like, yo, we just started.
You know what it was? It's like, you know how instantly anytime a group of dudes create a podcast, they instantly like, oh, here they go again. I was like, I feel like that was the mindset. Once you get into the meat of the situation, which a lot of people don't typically do, they judge by whatever clip or whatever we put out. Of course, I'm gonna put out some hypocritical bullshit. 'Cause
No,
the
she
shit's-
went to the channel though. She went to
Oh,
the
she
link.
went to the link
She
in the channel.
didn't just go onto my page. She
Oh,
went
that's
to
funny.
Wow.
the link in the bio.
You went
you went
deep into
A-class.
it.
Link
You
in
went
the
Hey,
A-class.
no,
bio.
shout out to you. Shout out to you because
Yeah.
this is what everybody needs to be doing.
Absolutely.
When we say click the link in the bio, the lady that was hating on us, she did the exact same thing and followed the directions, and we appreciate you and we love you for what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You may not like the
Hey.
content, but you put forth the effort.
Absolutely.
appreciate
Hey,
it.
she ended off her thing with saying, "Good luck with your failing channel," and I said, "Thank you.
Yup.
I appreciate it."
I mean, she said
Because
good luck.
Get that
because
shit
we're
tatted.
we're gonna be doing far better than you. It don't matter.
And I'm still show my titties.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, man. Just come. We all just come in.
Just
wearing
come in,
bras,
come
wear,
in, no
wear
shit.
bras all day.
My girl told me that this morning. I was getting changed. She was like, she was like, you can go to the podcast just like that. I was like, naked. And I was like, and she was like, yup. And I was like, that's funny. I'll just be over here. And it's like, she's like, just imagine what Derek's gonna say. I'm just like, he's gonna be like,
What?
what's happening?
And you know what? I'm gonna sit here and be like, "Welcome back to DWG."
I look at the DWG podcast. But yeah, all in all, that's the thing. Reeling back to that part is consistency is key. First, what I talked about, I said, I had told him the other day, I was like, this is pretty much with anything though. You start off by starting. You have to start first. That's the hardest part, and then the second hardest part is consistency because you can start. It's been plenty of times. I started a YouTube channel back in middle school. Wasn't consistent for one because I was a child, and I wasn't thinking of having that mindset. Second, anytime you start something, you have to keep on pushing it, and then actually trying. Actually, that's when you start standing out above the crowd, because once you consistent, people can't tell you nothing.
Yeah.
People can tell you
you
nothing
have
out
to
there.
you have to be understanding that you will fail a little bit, but just failing or not getting to where you expected to get to, because I mean, everybody has like the expectation of, I'm gonna drop this video, it's gonna be a banger. By tomorrow, I'm gonna have 100 subscribers, right? It's not true. It's not how that happens. But
Usually,
well, yeah, unless you're doing some wild stuff. But
like
you have
tripod
to-
challenges and shit.
those people died anyway. But it's one of those things. You have to understand, like, yo, it's a process. It's not gonna go the way that I want it to go. But I have to stay consistent in what I'm doing, because if I don't, then I'm only doing a disservice to myself.
Yeah.
But you also got to fail to succeed. Nobody succeeds on their first shot.
Well, it depends.
Well,
Hey, I mean,
You gotta go.
okay.
You gotta go into it with the thought of, I am succeeding. You gotta speak into existence. Like the whole manifest thing we got going on around, like you gotta manifest it. That's
No,
real.
I don't.
I believe in it.
yeah, you would believe
I
that.
believe it. I believe in it off the strength of the principles behind it.
No.
Like speaking good things out there, because they say if you rewire your brain, then you can start seeing the progression of things. Like, it's like working out. It's like you constantly doing something to the point where it's like it becomes second nature. You constantly working towards whatever you want to work towards. It becomes less of a chore than more of like this is every day.
That's not manifesting. That's
But-
you actually going out and doing it.
But it
yourself.
is. But the thing is, man, that's how I picture manifesting.
Okay, but
not
you're
just sitting
not-
there thinking like, I'm gonna just think about
all
it.
of these people that are talking about manifesting, it's
Oh,
essentially
they're not putting effort behind
no,
it.
it's
Oh, okay.
essentially just praying and then hoping that it happens for you.
See,
What you're saying is
that's
manifesting. That's not manifesting.
See,
that's you being positive to yourself, but going out and doing what you need to be done.
See, I have a problem with that too. When the part when people say like, okay, manifesting, I didn't think about like the fact that you just praying with empty prayers. That's
It's basically praying without a God.
you can't pray with empty prayers. You gotta meet them halfway. That's like, all right, cool. I want to be healthy. You just go out and eat a Twix.
I'm gonna manifest. They're just like, I'm gonna manifest my weight loss. Continue to eat 40 Twinkies.
No.
I'm like, bro, it don't work like that.
I feel like when you pray for something, whether it be like, to be healthy or whatever, you get given the chance the chance to do it. Like you said, like if a Twix bar is in front of you and a salad is to the left of you or something, you have to make the choice. You gotta choose to go in the direction.
You got free will for a reason.
Exactly.
Use it in the way it's gonna be positive for yourself.
I mean,
There are facts out here for a reason. You choose to ignore them. That's on you.
true.
Just like the lady who chose to ignore the good stuff. Back to you. The lady you were talking about that commented and got into a whole argument with
the
you.
failure model.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
her. Yeah.
Not the failure
The
model.
failure model.
I'm just saying.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna say you're a failure. I appreciate you.
I'm gonna say
Regardless.
nah. I'm gonna
You're
say
a
this.
failure, but I appreciate you.
You're a failure.
I'm gonna say this. You're not a failure because your body is what got you the success that you have.
You were lucky to be born with good genes.
Well, she's lucky to have the money to pay for whatever surgery she wanted.
And on that note, I feel like we about that time.
Yeah.
My boy, go ahead and do what you do best.
You got to say the social medias.
Oh shoot, we do have those. Hey, so Reel It In in the description below. If y'all haven't already caught on, I'm gonna keep on saying it to the muffin back. What they say? I'm gonna peel your muffin back top blue.
Muffin back.
What the
I'm gonna peel your muffin back. Yeah, but that don't go with the
It
context.
doesn't matter because I'm aggressive right now.
Okay.
So, like, I'll just plug with you. All right, y'all. So, like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everything. And rate us 5 stars on whatever listening platforms you listen to. We are out on everything pretty much. So, that helps us move the algorithm when you do all those things. Leave a comment in the description below on what you want us to talk about. We appreciate all that we do. We do try to get back to everything, every comment, whether or not it's on TikTok, Instagram, or any of that. Follow us all on social medias. We're going to be dropping down 100 social media on there as well. So y'all guys can give them a follow, hit them up, let them know if you want them back. We're gonna be trying to get some consistent people going in here and going forward on that. So yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah. One thing you
Oh,
forgot
I
to
forgot
mention.
something.
Yeah, you forgot to mention. Turn on bell notifications so you're notified
Yes.
anytime we upload. And other than that, that's pretty much it. So if you're down with the get down, go ahead and subscribe.
Subscribe, guys.